This is Dr. Varsha Umesh Dharne from Motiwala Homeopathic Medical College. I am assistant professor in the Department of Homeopathic Pharmacy. Today we are going to deal with the topic of preservation of homeopathic drugs and potentized medicines. So here we have today's learning objectives. To know how to preserve different types of homeopathic medicines, that means how to preserve potentized medicines and how to preserve crude drug substances. And the second objective is to know how to label the homeopathic medicines before preserving or storing them. Now, as in our daily routine life, in our kitchen we are preserving so many food items, like we are preserving pickles by adding some extra oil or some extra salt in it. We are preserving many dry food items by drying them under sunlight. But for homeopathic medicine, it is essential to preserve them in a particular way, because Dr. Hahnemann has suggested that such kitchen processes, that is by adding salt, by adding vinegars, by drying under sunlight, these processes may affect the actions of medicine, and that is why certain special rules for preservation of medicine has been given. So these include rules for preserving the crude drug substances and rules for preserving the homeopathic medicines or potentized medicines. So for all these types of medicine, there are certain general rules which are applicable for both. So let us first go for general rules for preservation of medicine. So the first and most important thing, when we are preserving any medicine, it is very important to label it to identify the substance even after a longer period. So labeling is an essential part and first and most important part in preservation. So this labeling should be done with the name of the medicine, its strength, that means the potency, the date of manufacturing, manufacturer's name, its batch number, license number, and again the important thing, that is alcohol content of that homeopathic medicine. So for example, we have this Arnica 1M labeled with the name and all the essential things. Now the second thing comes is the type of container we are using for preserving these medicines. Now different types of container may affect the medicines, or the medicines may affect the type of that container, and that is why we need different types of containers for preserving different types of medicine. Usually all the homeopathic medicines are preserved in neutral glass or earthen bottles, but with few exceptions, like some acids, some venoms, poisonous substances may get affected due to these neutral or earthen glass bottles, and that is why they need certain special precautions. So for corrosive substances like different acids, what we need is the hard glassware, and the substances which will get affected by the light, they need actinic glass bottles, which are also called as Pyrex glass bottle. Here we can see this is a Pyrex glass bottle, which is a dark color bottle, which will not get affected by the light, or the medicine in Pyrex glass bottle will not get affected by the light. One more special type of bottle called as Gatta Parcha bottle, which is commonly used for the fluoric acid preservation. Again, it is a type of acid and it will damage neutral glass bottles, and that is why you can see this is a Gatta Parcha bottle, which is again a dark bottle with thick glass. So the acids may not corrode it. Now when we are preserving the medicines, we must avoid blue or yellow color bottles. Now why this is so? Because it is said that blue color is having some dynamic effect on the medicines. As in homeopathy also, we believe in dynamic effect of the medicine, and that is why such blue color bottles may affect the medicines with its dynamic effect. And why yellow color bottles are not used? Because these yellow color bottles may get affected by the sunlight, and that is why they should also be avoided. Next important thing for preservation is at which place we are preserving the medicines and by which method we are preserving those medicines. So the place, usually the same we can say whenever we are preserving any food item, we usually see that it should not be, the place should not be having some moisture in it. So in the same way, all the medicines should be preserved in a dry places. Now special type of medicines like plants and their parts, that means the crude substance, various plants and the parts of the plants which may include leaves, barks, flowers, stems, etc. These parts should be preserved in cool and dark place. And if the part of the plants are dried well, that means if we are using dried substances for medicinal preparation, some water sprinkles should be there, or even for the fresh substances we have to sprinkle some water on it to keep the freshness of the substances. Now dealing with the pulverized substances or the potentized one, they should be dried before the preservation. Now Hahnemann has given special method for preserving these pulverized substances, like these substances should be dried with indirect heat using water bath, so that their moisture content will get removed and they may not get affected by the direct heat. So before preserving them, they should be dried. Now animal products, we are using so many animal products for medicinal preparation, and these animal products are having lot of chances of decomposition. So to avoid its decomposition, they should be preserved in refrigerator, and special type of precaution should be taken for venoms. These venoms must be preserved in glycerine, as glycerine is one of the best preservative. Now there needs separate arrangement for certain types of drug substances like strong smelling substances. Now these strong smelling substances include iodine, camphor. These substances, as they are having strong smell, they may affect other substances, and that is why their preservation should be separate. Then some medicines, they are having some reaction power with other type of drug substances, and that is why these substances must be preserved separately. Then while preserving all these substances, we need to avoid strong light, then we need to avoid direct sunlight, we need to avoid smoke, dust, strong odors, moisture, etc. Because all these substances, all these strong lights or direct sunlights or smoke, dust may affect the actions of medicines. Now as we have already discussed that preservation includes preservation of crude substances or mother tinctures and preservation of pulverized medicines. So here we have preservation of mother preparations or mother tinctures. So all the instructions, general rules for preserving or labeling are applicable for mother tinctures also, including a special instruction like these mother tinctures should be labeled with a sign of Q. That means mother tincture is always labeled with the sign of Q. Like they should be labeled like chelidonium Q, aconite Q, belladonna Q, so that it will guide us that this is nothing but a mother tincture. Now while preserving mother preparation or mother tincture, again we have to avoid more heat or more cold. That means they should be preserved with a special temperature of 15.6 degree centigrade. Now before storing the mother tinctures, we need to have filtration. Usually when we are preparing the mother tinctures, we are doing decantation followed by filtration. Now why it is important to have filtration before storage? Because only decantation may give rise to some remnants remain in the mother tincture. These remnants may be a plant part, may be animal parts, they may affect the drug by decomposition. So to avoid this, we need that all the remnants should be removed, and to remove all the remnants we need filtration after decantation. So every time before storage of the medicine we have filtration. Then again strong smelling mother tinctures, again like camphor, like iodine, they should be preserved away from other preparations. Along with all the general rules of preservation, some more inclusions in the preservation of potentized medicines. Now while labeling the potentized medicines, obviously name of the medicine, its potency, the scale, like if we are preserving arnica 1 m, so we need arnica 1 m which will include the potency as well as scale, then date, manufacturer, alcohol content, like we have given the example of aconite 30 means a centesimal scale, and aconite 0/6 which indicates the 50 millisimal potency. Again, when we are preserving the potentized medicine, we need to avoid too much of heat, too much of cold, direct sunlight, more stronger lights, dust, smoke, fumes, strong odors. These all may affect the action of medicine as well as it affect the alcohol contained in the medicine. There should be a separate arrangement for crude substances. Crude substances mean raw substances. As we have seen that there should be a separate arrangement, separate preservation of crude drug substances, mother tinctures and pulverized or potentized medicines. The preparation as well as preservation of camphora should be separate, because camphora is a strong antidote for all the medicines, and that is why its preparation, while preparing camphora there will be lots of fumes of camphora and they may affect the other medicinal actions, and that is why its preparation as well as preservation should be separate from other substances. We have to avoid entire filling of the bottles when we are preserving the medicines. Now there are two reasons why to not to fill the bottle up to the cork, because while locking and unlocking of the bottles we may damage some medicines, and the second reason is the medicine may come in contact with the cork and it may affect the cork, or it may affect the action of medicine when it come in contact with the cork, and that is why we should not fill the bottle completely up to the cork, but 3/4 of the bottle should be filled. If we observe any change in the color of medicine, which may be a mother tincture, which may be a potentized medicine, immediately we have to reject that medicine. Now this is what we have seen about the general rules of preserving the medicine. Now there are specific medicines which require specific preservation, like caustica mother tincture should be preserved in alembic glass bottle, which are again a dark color, dark brown color bottles. Phosphorus mother tincture should be preserved under water, because we know that phosphorus may get ignite when it comes in contact with the air, and that is why it should be preserved under water. As it is insoluble in water, it can be preserved in water. Hipersulf is preserved in actinic glass bottle because it is having some corrosive effect. Then lachesis, which is a type of venom, it should be preserved in glycerine. Fluoric acid, as we have seen, it is preserved in gatta pacha bottles. Argentum nitricum is preserved in umbric color glass bottles, which is again a dark color bottle. Now this is all about preservation of medicines, homeopathic medicines, potentized medicine, crude drug substances. Now in our exams, the generally asked question based on this are how to preserve the mother preparations or mother tinctures. The second question may come like how to preserve the potentized medicines, and for 2 marks any specific preservation can be asked. So to summarize this topic, we can say that preservation of homeopathic medicines should be done by proper labeling, by using special containers. We have to filter it before storage. We should avoid smoke, dust, strong sunlight, strong light, strong odors, fumes, and we must avoid certain preparations like camphor, iodine to be stored with all other substances. So this is all about preservation of homeopathic medicines, homeopathic drugs and the potentized medicines. Thank you very much.